Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 3 of Spartacus' journey through Skyrim, where we play the dual-wielding light armor warrior here that we have dubbed Spartacus, and pursue a quest of complete and utter slaughter of our enemies.
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
So here we're going to smelt the iron that we picked up from the cave. What was it? The Ember Shard mine. There we go. Keep picking up some more of those alchemy mats. For 125 versus our what? 2 for 30? Yeah. There we go. So now we're going to sell some of this off.
Got some good pieces out here if you look. Take a look.
And we picked up an orcish battle axe at some point. No. I'm kidding. I'm lying. I don't want to buy that. So the dagger. Get rid of the axes. Keep the pickaxe. And we'll get rid of this steel dagger because we're going to use the fine one, the one that we have upgraded.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Nothing wrong here. Okay. We're also going to ask her about whether she works the forge all day.
Could you take the sword?
We'll get her quest. Gives us a little bit of gold. It also gives us a two-handed. So if you were doing a two-handed build, you can actually utilize that sword for a good amount of time. You don't have just by not completing the quest. Wait a minute. Leather. I think that's the same. It might be better. Let's take a look. 34 versus Imperial. Light armor is 30. So what we have on, as it has been upgraded, is at 32. So leather armor is actually just all out better. So if we can make some, hopefully we have enough leather to upgrade these.
He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
There we go. And we look a little different. Now we don't look like an Imperial guy all the time.
Weapons and armor.
Okay.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
So like I said before, this is a pretty good little hub for some alchemy mats. We're going to try and pick up as much of those as possible. Mountain flowers. There's a bunch of lavender, if I can ever jump over this here. There's an old lady. Some special abilities. She gets high, and I don't know if she gets high. In Fallout, the lady with sight gets high, but I don't know if this one does. I think she just has some gift for sight, apparently, or prophecy. Just picking up a bunch of these flowers. The dragon tongue's good. That's pretty tough to come by at the moment. Once we get up a little farther, it becomes more common, and we'll eventually have more of it than we can actually use. You'll notice I'm very methodical in the way that I move around. When I'm searching for things, I generally stick to the left. I'll hug like a left wall or something like this, and then see it all the way to its completion, all the way around, and then let that dictate with turns. So it's kind of like, if you remember that old maze game they used to play for my parents' computer screen for their screen lock, where everything, you hit a wall and you turn left. Very similar to that. There's the lavender we were talking about. See if there's any back here. So.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thief's den. I can't stop him, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So to rule the realm. Wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword.
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men.
You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife.
You
If
tried
set
mercenary
foot
work?
outside that
Then
gate,
my
I
sapphire
won't be
does.
here when
He
you
fed
return.
his entire family with the gold he made. I tracked it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. If you find that sword, please bring it to me. Saphir! Wait. Hey.
Oh, Nightshade. I believe that is, it's said to be, like, it's prevalent around, like, cemeteries and crypts. Interesting. Yeah, there you are. I think this is their crypt. And some graves.
I don't have any money.
You better give me 5 seconds right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose. 10 seconds tomorrow, Paddleborn. I'm gonna bloody your nose and your nose.
No, please. I really don't have any money, Brave. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
Alright, so I think that's all of those alchemy mats. We still need to go talk to the Jarl. Oh, I missed some over here.
Against its own people. So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloaks. Embrace the word of mighty Talos. He who is both man and divine. For we are the children of man.
Alright. We are ready to go into the Dragon Keep. So, we're gonna turn in essentially the quest that we had to come over and talk to Jarl Valgruff. We want to get the dragon unlocked for the as quickly as possible because we're gonna look for some shouts. We want to turn in this sword because it's gonna be a bunch of weight that we actually don't want. And we've also got the quest that'll start to get us into the barrow that's behind
What's the
Riverwood.
meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruff is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Alright.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, yes. While they were trying to cut.
You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's
I'm no
none of
criminal.
my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
That would be best. Well done. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
But I don't want to be patient. I want to dress right now. Father promised.
Alright, so let's see. Gotta wait for the old Jarl to come on over here.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Fetching. I guess we
Straight to the
can
point,
just
eh?
ask him
No need
directly
for
what it
tedious.
is.
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls.
You
Go to
learned of
Bleak
it?
Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt an old tomb built by... maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources.
Professional
Reliable
secrets.
sources.
I don't think so.
So, you wish to master the arcane art?
See what he has for sale. See if we can. I think we can sell one of those potions if we still had it. No, we can't sell potions to him. But we can sell these.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Need it quickly, before it's too late.
Don't have any enchantments. Don't have anything to disenchant, so...
An able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
I'm not gonna steal from him. Somehow, even if he doesn't know, he ends up sending thugs after us. Oh, I forgot something. We're going back in.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists. Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots.
No, I'm not licking your father's boots.
I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
We're gonna ask him if he's the only wizard. He should...
So, you wish to master the arcane
No,
art?
that's not what I said.
Take a look. I believe I am, yes. That reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
I'll deliver those frost salts for you.
Be better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
Yes, menial tasks are just for me. So the reason I like to do that is because it will allow us to clean her out as well. It's more alchemy maps. In fact, it's an entire alchemy shop. But we will do that in just a second. For now, we are going to jump into the companions and see if we can't get our first mission ready. I don't think it's going to take precedence over the Bleak Falls Barrow, because we want to get the shout, but...
Watch the eyes. Get him. Kill him. Hey, watch it.
be nice to at least have it open and have the option to go do it.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
I'd say we can handle ourselves.
That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Alright, Vilkas, let's go out to the yard. There we go, at this one. Yeah.
What kind of weapon do you when the Empire? You're looking at a real warrior. At least I used to be.
Alright,
The old
Vilkas.
man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it. Never should have come here. I could.
There you go.
Not that.
There we
Next
go.
time won't be so easy.
You can also level like spells or something like that on him, because you can use them and he won't count them as part of the quest.
Go take it up to Jorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
They should be so lucky.
He gave us his sword, makes us bring it up here like
What brings you here?
we're the bitches.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules any. Well, Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for. Not actually a companion myself, but none of. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I have a favor to ask.
What would you like me to do?
My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith.
Yeah,
Got to get back to my work.
I could
What
help.
brings you here?
Now, so this is all started of being, brought into the fold, if you will, for them. I think we have to go downstairs to give the shield to Ayala. Not her. I think it's Score. We'll be down here talking. But we want to try and get her quest. If we get Farkas' quest, it's fairly difficult. Generally, I think he takes you to Dustman Cairn or something like that, and there's mages and whatnot all over the place. So she usually gives us an animal of some type.
I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight?
Yeah, I'd kill him before he drew his sword.
Up there.
Not right now, but eventually.
No need to
Eventually
kill
we'll
shield
get that
brother
far.
over a dispute. I like your fire, though. You'll make a fierce companion. Let us hunt together sometime. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas.
Over us all the time, though.
Young warriors
Did
are
you
smart
call me?
to the older one.
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here.
Skjor and Aella like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best.
There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired.
So if you run in before he does, he'll kind of lock you in there.
All right, so here you are.
And
Looks
then
like
give you
others
the
are eager to meet you.
quest.
Come to me or Aella if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, we've got no... I don't know what the
Like
fight
kind of
is
like
about,
this.
and that's... I just need you to... No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing. This isn't an order of cowards. I'll find someone more agreeable, I'm sure.
There we go. I think he was giving us a boxing match essentially. We would have had to go win. If she gives us something that's weird, like that's not a wolf or something like that, we'll probably come back and take his.
Huh?
You're not a.
Yes? A citizen of Whiterun has asked for our help. It seems that a predator has invaded their home, and good.
There we
I knew
go.
that we could count on you.
And it's even in Whiterun.
Be cautious. The beasts of Sky.
There we go. We remembered we had the one stamina that we wanted to put into. And then I think we'll come over here to our one-handed and upgrade our base damage on one-handed weapons.
Are made of sterner stuff than most.
Let's see. See if we can find the house where we're supposed to go. Exterminate a predator. It's probably a wolf.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an early path.
But before we actually get there, we're gonna go in here and deliver those frost salts for the mage, as we promised.
Give a holler if you have any questions. Evgir Onslaught has come at last. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem. Ah, splendid, splendid. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice.
Alright. And then now, because we have done that quest, we can now take some of these, not all of her materials, some of the really expensive stuff she won't let you take.
What do you need, my friend?
That's not really expensive, but it is a little better than base.
Detect a case of the rattles?
I don't think you detect any rattles. So like the void salts there I can't have, and the fire salts I can't have, but ectoplasm she's okay with letting go.
Potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content.
Not worried about no skulls. Some creep cluster. And there. Get some death bell up here.
I have several elixirs for sale. If there's
Won't
anything
let
I
you
can
take
help
the
with,
ice wraith
you
teeth.
have but to ask. What are you doing that for?
There's the lavender, some slaughterfish scales. I believe that's also used in the poison. Some frostbite. Can't have the void salts.
You look rather pale. Could be ataxia.
There
It's
we
quite
go.
a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
Potion of healing. Hopefully get some salt pile.
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
There we go. So now, periodically, this place will restock essentially, and I think it takes about a week or two for it to actually finish restocking. You can also buy from her. Her inventory or her personal inventory will reset every 2 days or so.
There's a rift. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Let's see. So we're gonna go here. Not Bleak Falls. We want animal extermination. You get to Bleak Falls later.
I'm not afraid of you, even if you are my elder.
Kid, if you talk to me like that in real life, I'll pop you in the mouth.
Boys, girls, dogs, elders. There's nobody I won't fight.
Dogs, elders, you're a psychopath.
Maybe some other time I'll reveal your destiny.
Alright. I'm gonna give it a little quick save here. Make sure we're ready. And hopefully it's not a bear. But if it is, that'll be fun. Should be just a wolf. There it is. And the wolf is dead. Hooray! We did it. Guys, we did it. Alright. No, we're not going to steal that. We don't necessarily need to steal. We can actually steal anything we want in here. Just because, she's been technically run off. We're going to take that wolf pelt. Wonder what we can cook. Let's see if we've got anything. Doesn't look like anything is available for us to cook. Shucks. Alright, so we'll turn that in. That'll be our first, oh. We were really cooking that.
A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Apparently, we were sprinting infinitely while crouched, so like it was holding us as crouched even though we weren't. And our sprint was just making us roll forward over and over and over again. Fun times.
Yes? I'm sure that the owner of that place is relieved. They certainly came. Skior was looking for you earlier. He didn't say. There's probably something I could find for you to do, but best to check with him.
Alright, Skior wanted to talk to us. We'll pick that quest up and then we're probably going to go to Bleak Falls Barrel. Well, we might have some more stuff to do in Whiterun here. Probably need to get ourselves some alchemy done.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes.
I believe Score's room is here. Looks like he's not sleeping. This guy actually will train you in one-handed. The different companions will train you in different items. So the way you can do that, if you're hurting on gold or something like that, is you can actually, if when you finish the companion's quest line, all of them will become available as people who you can make followers, and then you can essentially have them train you for money and then trade with them, take your money back, and spend it again.
I did. Last week, a scholar came. He seemed a fool to me. But this is a simple Farkas will be your... He'll answer any questions. Try not to disappoint. Or to get killed.
Oh, terrific. Farkas will be my shield brother. So Farkas, we will meet you out there.
I hope you've read it yourself. So I'm told. Let's see if you impress. Don't delay, shield brother.
Yeah, I'll meet you out there. Awesome. We're gonna go back to the alchemy lab. We're gonna borrow her alchemy lab and make us some more potions with whatever materials we have. I'm gonna use the application. I'll skip some of the points where I'm waiting while I'm like filling in the information. But I'll keep the parts where we're showing, you know, which pieces we're creating and crafting. So see what we got.
Do let me know if I can be of service. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. I'm glad we're friends. I have something for you. Here. You look rather... So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I can help you with, you have but to ask.
Alright, so we found one here, the blue dartwing, the glow dust, and the nightshade. Put those together. Now we did, I did actually exit and talk to her. I bought all of the wheat that she had. She only had 4, but I did buy that.
Interesting mixture.
There's that.
Keep experimenting. You'll improve with practice.
Now apparently we can also do the glow dust, nightshade, and the snowberries. If we still have glow dust.
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
Oh, we don't. We only had 1. Alright, so death bell, salt pile, and taproot.
Pardon me, but do I detect Ace of the Rattles? I've got something.
Dragon's Tongue. Now this is very, very common for us. It's actually one that we use a lot, which is going to be the Dragon's Tongue that we had talked about earlier. There's a specific place you can go farm it. We'll probably do that at some point. The Fly Amanita here, and then the Mora Tap. 2-handed weapons do more damage for 6 successes, illusion spells, and resist fire. Alright. Then we have some paralysis poisons that we're going to make. Just the canis root, and looks like you can do it with imp stool.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
There we go. We want to keep some potions of paralysis on hand regardless. At some point we'll get a paralysis with like a damage over time effect so that we can paralyze them and do damage to them. And then there's the good old Frost Miriam Purple Mountain Flower and the wheat that we had before. We made this a couple times. Let's see if we have any bone meal. We do. So we can do the chicken egg, the bone meal, and the blue mountain flower again.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. I offer remedies.
Let's see how much garlic we have.
Do let me know if I can be of service.
Death bell, garlic, and nightshade apparently give us a slow. Nope, damage health. Oh, we don't want the nightshade. We want the salt pile. There's the poison of slow. Anyway, read it wrong. Alright, so that'll do it for some of our higher selling potions. We're going to go ahead and sell them, in fact, to the nice lady here.
Pardon me. Take a look.
We'll also buy some ingredients. So we're going to take her blisterworts. Creep cluster is great. I'm not going to take the Daedra hearts. We do eventually. In a heavy armor build, I would start picking those up at some point when I had lots of gold available to me, but not at the moment. In the light armor build, I don't know if we'll actually ever use Daedric weapons. Hanging moss is good. Juniper berries are good. Moratap is good. The Namira's rod, I believe, is in a poisons. always get the salt pile. I think that's all of that I want out of her from now. And then because we have given her gold, we will take it back. $89, huh? Let's see if we can find something for 89. She gave us this potion of brief invisibility. Invisibility, ironically, is actually pretty good. Helps out, so we're not going to drop that. The illusion spells being stronger, we're not worried about that at all. Regenerate magicka. 68, 57, 56. We'll get rid of these. There we go, potion of true shot. So now she's only got 26 gold left. Now you can actually do a little loop here. You can get multiple alchemists like this friendly, so they'll let you do that. You can go through, clear out their things, clear out their inventory, buying stuff, and then selling the potions back to them. Yeah, it's a really good money-making loop. It's not one that I think it's one that something you could probably. I'm not the only one who knows about it. Promise I'm not. I think I actually looked it up from, or got it from somebody else, and it really I don't think would make for good content. I think it would just doing that for 30-45 minutes, just going around in circles, would be mind-numbing. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're headed back to Riverwood. This thing has, I believe, the Proving Your Honor set up, but I would like to go get the Dragonstone out of Bleak Falls. Which means we'll have to run back. During that run back, we're actually going to go the way we didn't come to Whiterun, so that when in the second video, we mentioned there were two different ways to get here. One was right over the top, which we did for speed, and the other one was to go, around a little bit more. And what it'll do is it'll drop you out actually over there by that house and across that bridge. What it gives you the access to is a bunch of materials for alchemy, really. We're also gonna hit up these farms. Anywhere that we see a farm like this, right, with chickens, we want to take the chicken eggs, because that one chicken egg plus the wheat. That one we just did. I'd have to look back to find it. With the bone meal and the chicken egg is really cheap, and it's something that we'll get bone meal will get kind of passively from, skeletons, stuff like that. So it becomes fairly inexpensive and easy to just kind of get over time. Whereas, some of the other things, like, for example, like the really big ones like Giant's Toe are really tough. We'll just get the bone meal and stuff just passively as we loot things, as we kill them, and as we play the game just naturally. So that makes it's really nice to have something, high level potion or so that will allow us to do that. So if you take that that other road, the road that we didn't take, the path not taken, if you will, it'll drop you out. It comes down and you drop down in here. So we're just kind of circumventing that at the moment. We're Picking up these. There's a nice bunch of alchemy mats there at the crossroads there. And we've been picking up, you know, some of the lavender and stuff along the way. And then here, we're actually going to take a little trip. That's the old Nern route. But we're going to take a little trip to the farms here. So we're still doing the same thing where we're picking up, you know, alchemy mats on the side of the road and whatnot. But what we're looking for is these different farms here. And more specifically, the same thing. We're still looking for chicken eggs in their chickens, like so. And we can harvest their wheat for them. And this will give us wheat. And these also replenish, so periodically I think most everything is on like a 2-week rotation, but every so often you can run this route again and get a bunch of wheat. Which later becomes really good because you need wheat for most of your high-end potions that you're trying to sell, and when you need it for that many things, the faster you can get it, the faster you can sell, make money, progress, level your alchemy, stuff like that. And chicken eggs. Alright, so that actually does it for the farms over here. There's just those two. There's also some farms up in the northeast by Windhelm that are pretty prolific for their wheat. But since we didn't take this path on our way here, we're going to take it on our way back. It is getting darker. That should be fun. Might make wolves a little harder to see. But I don't think I'm too worried about the wolves anymore. Let's see. Oh, we forgot to give this greatsword up. I failed. We have 10 there, and 15 out of that. That's not bad. That's pretty good for how early on it is. Oh, well, hello. You look at that, a giant. We're not gonna mess with his livestock there. It's not really a fight we want to have just yet. I believe at some point we'll be able to beat up on a giant. But today is not that day. So a wolf, if they're gonna be wolves over here, it should be, yeah, right there. We'll pull him right here. let him know we're here. And give him the good 1-4. That's nice. So it being that easy to kill the wolf is really kind of telling of where we're at. It helps us kind of gauge our power spike because unfortunately in Legendary the way things scale, right? They scale really well. Or the mobs scale really well. So what happens, or what can happen, is like if you power level, right? So if you power level a bunch of things, so let's say you power leveled your light armor, or you power leveled your alchemy, or we continued pushing our alchemy, you know, around and around, and we did the loop that we were talking about earlier, going to different towns, purchasing different ingredients, and powering our alchemy up. Well, that will help us because we could pay. The only way you could really make that work out is to pay for levels, and pay for levels out of of combat skills. So you'd have to be paying for one-handed and light armor and stuff like that. Where the issue that comes to mind is that the world will outscale your combat skills, and when that happens, congratulations, you can make potions and you can buy your way into or out of, you know, fortune or whatnot, but you can't buy your way through a dungeon. And so when that becomes the case, you end up in some real pickles with not being able to. It becomes really daunting. You can't kill a mob. You know, a wolf will tear you apart. But hey, I've got, you know, 30,000 gold. That becomes kind of daunting to enjoy the game as in a whole. So lucky for us, we haven't hit any caps or points like that. We're not scaling super high, and we're not power leveled out the bazoo with our other items. Our combat skills are keeping up. Here we're dropping off some of the stuff that we do have, because what we want to do is we want to clear out space, or as much space as possible, for the upcoming what do we got coming up? Dungeon. The upcoming dungeon.
Until next time.
Alright, so our weight is at about 150. That should be good. It means we've got 160 weight that we can actually utilize.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
And we'll just make our way up there. We'll see what we get. Sometimes it's a bear, sometimes it's a wolf. I think it depends on your level. But there's usually almost always a mob of some type that is like halfway on this this path. Hopefully it's something that we can, you know, easily deal with. If it's something big and nasty, that could be a problem. I'm not seeing anything yet. Oh, yes. We have the bandits. So there's one bandit right there by the tree. He's just up against the tree. He can be really hard to spot. There's also, I believe, 2 more, one up top and one down there. Yeah, I'm following him now. So, quick save here, but I'm pretty sure we can take these guys. We're about to find out. Get some prelim damage on him. See if we can get him to... There we go. Nice part is we didn't take a whole lot of damage there at all. I believe we still have one to deal with, and that would be the archer that I think usually sits up there.
Never should have come. I swear I'll kill you.
I don't think you'll kill me. I think you'll take a sword to the face, though. Or chest. She was full armor. Alright. So now that we are done there, we'll check these barrels, obviously, for our salt piles. Apparently she decided not to be an archer today. She would be a fully, heavily clad shield maiden. But the good news is that they all fell, so that tells us that our power is creeping. We're getting there. All right. We've got one there. We're going to go ahead and give them a little tap, a little love tap. That's one. I believe there's 3 of them again. We're gonna back up when he takes his swing and get right in there. Get our stagger going. 2, 3. And there we go. And I believe there's one more, and when we get to the beginning of that, we will get to put him in the dirt. We're gonna try not to run a whole lot, conserve our stamina a little bit here. Shouldn't be those 2. Should be right here. There you are. Well, that was fun. I canceled the kill cam. And gave me the kill cam anyway. Fun times. Alright, so now that that is all done, we should be ready to head into this. We'll do that in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you have, like I said before, if you have any tips, tricks, or things you'd like explained, comments, or critiques about the videos, let us know in the comments, and I will answer what I can as soon as I can. And if you've got anything else, like a different build or a different suggestion, or a correction for anything that I've said, let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we will catch y'all later.